Hi, Alexis here with another installment on Real Ghost Stories. To be a paranormal researcher and to label a place as haunted takes a couple of things. Full body non vaporous apparition, which means a ghost that I can see as clear as you can see me. A voice, which is an EVP, or a combination of high EMF readings, electromagnetic field, cold spots, or dark shadows. But most of the time, we come in and we want to debunk. We want to tell you that you got a squirrel living upstairs in your attic, or some pigeons, or the reason your toilet keeps flushing is because your water pressure is really high if you live in certain areas. Sometimes the faucet will even come on by itself and you can see the handle turn. It's because the water pressure builds up and it needs to release. But there are times when we can debunk some of the things and not all of them. I have a friend, he's a real estate agent, big guy. But sometimes he gets a little scared to go into certain locations by himself. So he would always come and get me because he knows I'm not scared to go in an attic or a basement by myself. I'll walk around, take a look. I'm usually fascinated by, the architecture or even the plumbing sometimes. I like to see if a place has a good roof, good solid floors, how many rooms are in a place. Walk around in them. You never know what you're going to come across. He took me with him one day out to this really old cottage. It was 100 years old, so by now it's like 115, 120 on the lake. Beautiful. Kids had gotten in, broke into the basement, and wrote, "This place is haunted. The devil lives here." They even tried to put a pentagram on the walls. Didn't work. It was not a real pentagram. But you could tell they had been down there partying and maybe got paranoid and took off out of the place. They had told us not too long before we came in, the kid had broken through the plate glass window running out of there. So when we go in and I ask him, I see the sump pump and I see this crazy box. It's got all these electrical wires running through it, like a octopus on steroids. I asked him to stand between it. All these wires going over his head, sump pump going. Within 3 minutes, he was paranoid. He took off running upstairs. I made him go outside to clear his head. It took him about 30, 45 minutes. And in the breakfast nook, I noticed that there were like 16 outlets going all around. Okay? When I say there were a lot of them, there were a lot. There might have been an inch, maybe inch and a half between the wall space. And then there was another outlet. Strange. I said, "Wait, let's go back downstairs. I want to explain something to you. This is what's going on with this sump pump and this crazy electrical wiring over here. I'm, I can see how they would think the place is haunted and that the devil lives here because that can do a lot of damage to you when it comes to taking in that much electricity. And with this back room over here with no windows, I mean, it was pitch black in there in broad daylight. It could scare somebody. So I can imagine a bunch of young kids down here probably getting high, going to see anything coming out that room. They had actually drawn what they thought they had saw coming out of the room, and it was gruesome. But I said, we're going to come back with some spray paint. We're going to paint these walls over. We're going to primer them down, paint them over, and brighten the place up. Upstairs, perfectly fine. I said, mainly the problem is there's way too many outlets in here. That's a lot of electricity. Anybody would be paranoid here. But on the second floor, 2, 3 outlets in each bedroom, 2 outlets in the bathroom. Everything was normal. First floor, all around the living room floor. 18, 19 outlets. Breakfast nook, 16 outlets. And then you got this big fan over your head. It's a lot of electricity. We go outside to the back because there's a 4-car garage and there's a guest house. And there's a swing, 2 swings actually, tire swings, hanging off a thick, heavy rope. We walked down to the lake first. When we first got there, walked straight down to the lake. Beautiful. He's taking pictures. And then we head back up and we go into the main house. And that's when we find out about all these outlets and how crazy this first floor and the basement is. Then we head out to the guest house. As we're coming around the corner to go up the stairs to the guest house entry, the swings were swinging, and we could hear 2 little girls singing a really happy la 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 song. I look up at my buddy and I say, Petway, did you hear that? And he goes, yeah. I said, what did you hear? We'll say it at the same time. 2 little girls singing. He freaks out a little bit, but I said, hey, that's cool. They're 2 little girls. What harm can they do to us? And they're outside, summertime, swinging. Sun is starting to set. Perfect time to be out here. As we're going up the stairs to the guest house, you can still hear them. Swings are still moving. Boom, 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 back and forth. He's starting to freak out a little bit more because it's not stopping. It didn't stop when we walked by. Get upstairs. He unlocks the door. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. That's an ice cream truck. I don't edit. We are standing in the living room. Bedroom is off to our left. Bedroom door slams. Boom! I jump. He takes off running. Before I can turn and say, hey, Petway, don't do that. He's gone. I turn back around because something catches my eye. This big black mass, boom, coming up out of the floor, and it's taking shape. What do you do? What do you do? I stand there and I just look at it. And it doesn't come near me. It goes straight for the bedroom. Whoosh, through the wall. I said, I'm sorry. This must be your crib. Hey, dude, I'm leaving. I back out because I'm not going to take my eyes off of whatever might be coming at me. But now I'm walking backwards. Make my way back to the door. Another door, boom, slams. I don't even know which door it was. Didn't give a damn at this point in time. I turn around. I make my way down the stairs. I'm just glad that the stairs were literally outside and I didn't have to go down a hallway. I literally just opened that door and was down those stairs. Didn't hear the little girl singing anymore. But guess where my 6'4" best friend for 40 years was? All the way back at the main house, sitting in his car with the engine running. At least he waited for me. I got in, punched him in the arm, called him a chicken shit, and said, dude, you missed the best thing ever. But of course, knowing him, it would have made him pee his pants. Yeah. I told him what happened. He said, we're not coming back out here. I said, oh, yes, we are. You're trying to sell this house. They can deal with the ghost in the back, but we're going to get rid of all the writing on the walls. Next day, we came back, and we painted, and he sold the house the following week. But he did tell the people that there was something in the back, in that back house, where they would be parking their cars. And they said, cool. I left them my card and told them if they ever needed me, call me. They called me 3 weeks later. I'll tell you about that next time. Bye. Remember, send out love, peace, and positivity, and love, peace, and positivity will come back your way. Bye.